Hi everybody, Danny Bader here, and this will be the third video of the three that I've sent you after our time together in the workshop Managing Yourself and Your Stuff. So this video will be comprehensive around all the principles of Jckrbbt that we covered that day, and my hope is that many of them are adding some value for you. It's been good to hear from some of you where the value is. But what you want to consider right now is we all have our approach to managing ourself and our stuff, as we talked about. And I wanted to offer to you what I call Jckrbbt, those 5 principles. So about a month out right now is where you are from when we had our time together. And what I want you to consider is, have you gathered all your stuff? So all the paper, all those maybe to-dos and thoughts in your head, and certainly all those emails in your inbox, and have you converted them into what they are? And they're either trash, many of them trash, save it, so it's reference information, or it's action. And if it's action, I wanted you to try to convert those into either time slots on your calendar, if they took 30 minutes or more. If they were quicker follow-ups or waiting fors or phone calls or emails or articles to read, then we'd convert them into a task in Outlook and put a due date. That way it's going to drive to the bottom of your calendar. And now you've got that one system of your calendar kind of where you're working from. So if you've done that, great, you're experiencing the value. If you haven't, I would encourage you to go ahead and do that. If there's some things you forget, my email, danny@dannybader.com. Just shoot me an email and I'll get you back to where you need to be. Don't beat yourself up if you haven't done it, or if you started doing it and you've kind of fell off the wagon, so to speak. It's okay, you can get right back on track. The second piece, and really what Jckrbbt is all about, is the vision. So you want to make sure that you developed a really strong vision for the areas of your life that need to be different. So maybe it's relationships, career, financial, family, spiritual, any of those that need to be different, and you write them as if they already are different in past tense. Get it into Outlook as an all-day event on your calendar. The beauty of that is this. Here's where you are right now. Here's where I am in our life. What we need to do is create a gap that says, okay, here's where we are, here's where we need to be. The vision exercise of writing that creates the gap. Here's where we are, here's the future state. The beauty of what happens then is that gap, our brain wants to fill that. See, we talked about how our brain loves completion. Some of you love marking things off. Some of you love it so much that you do something that wasn't on your list. I called Danny, let me go call Danny just so I can mark it off, even though I already did it. And that's absolutely fine because you're getting some energy from that. And that's what we want. Focus is the concentration of attention or energy on something. So you want to generate a whole lot of that energy. So that's good. Once you get that really clear, that vision, then the other principles of Jckrbbt will come in. So be still. It's a very, very busy world. First 9 months of our existence, we're in our mother's womb, and it's still. And then some of us never get back to that. So how can you do it? Well, you can sit for 2 or 3 minutes, 3 times a day, very quiet, just breathing as slow and as deep as you can. Let your brain feed some of those good chemicals, serotonin, dopamine, into your bloodstream. They enhance focus, they enhance relaxation, they recharge you. They give you some inspiration. So we got to do that. Stillness is so powerful. Some of you may even get into a formal practice of stillness, yoga, meditation. Maybe you're going to go away for a half-day retreat or a 2-day retreat every year. It's a really good principle to practice. The next principle then is to know ourselves, as Socrates said. 3 ways to do that. Number 1, what are your strengths and talents, and are you using them most of your day? We perform better, we have more energy when we're in our sweet spot, so to speak. What do I do well? What do I do easy? Try to make sure your job is aligned with that. The next piece, which is really powerful, you'll remember that Billy Joel video we showed down at Vanderbilt University. What are the beliefs that you hold about the different areas of your life, your relationships, your health, your career, your finances? Are any of them limiting? Are they negative beliefs? Oh, I'll never be able to make that much money. I'll never be able to pay this credit card debt off. I just can't lose those 10 pounds right now. I don't know that I'll ever get promoted. What you have to do is write down these negative beliefs, then write the opposite of them. And then as soon as you write the opposite, that's the new belief that you want to hold on to. The way to anchor that new belief is to go take an action very quickly, as if that is your belief. So I can lose these 10 pounds. The next morning, get up at 6:30 and take a walk or take a run. I will lose these 6 pounds. And in your vision, you should already have described you lost that weight. Same thing with any areas there. I got a good blog out on my website about writing vision. So again, you email me if you want to take a look at that. The third piece around knowing thyself is our relationship to past, present, and future. And I want you to think right now, honestly with yourself, if there's any shit that you are holding on to from the past that is not contributing to positive energy for you, let it go. Right now. It's as easy as that. Acknowledge it. Here it is. Here's the shit from my past, and it's not serving me well. I'm done with it. Because all I have right now is where I am, the future, the present, and the future to move on to. There's no traction in the past. It's a good place to go back for learning and happy memories. Don't go back and beat yourself up there. Next principle is to seek support for yourself. So are you continuing to get education through books and workshops and seminars and maybe a mentor relationship? The other side of seeking support is to be support. There's probably somebody in your world right now that you can support and you can influence. So slow down and really take a look for that. There's tremendous energy when we help other people. And then the final principle of Jckrbbt is just to evolve. How do we undergo continuous and gradual change? So you'll remember, we all have our number of our days. Mine is over 18,700 right now. I'll be 52 in November. We all have that number of days here on this earth. What we also have is the question mark. How many days do we have left? My hope is that you have a great many days left. But the question for you is now, as I've offered you these Jckrbbt principles, very simple, very powerful when they're applied completely and consistently, is what are you going to do with your question mark? What change are you committed to for yourself, for your family, for your career, for your finances? Because life is short and we've got to be conscious of what we want to create for ourselves. So I've enjoyed these videos. I have enjoyed being with you back when we delivered the workshop, and I honestly wish you all the best, happiness, and fulfillment. Be well and God bless.